Duke the better offensive rebounding team. Usually that's the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Slipping and injured is Zion Williamson. Back the other way, a layup for Cam Johnson. And 36 seconds into the game, Zion Williamson is down.
He blew through his shoe.
Yeah.
Look at his Look at his left shoe. He blew completely through the shoe.
Plants hard with the left. Foot gives out. Foot goes through the sneaker. The sneaker didn't come off. He went through the sneaker. And he grabs his right knee. This is 33 seconds in. President Obama, you can see what he said. He saw what you saw. He was closer to the action. And Williamson's night was over.
All right, as you can imagine, Twitter blowing up over the blown-out shoe. LeBron James tweeting, hope young fella is okay. Literally blew through his shoe. And then you have Donovan Mitchell, and he was a little more fatalistic and certainly capitalistic about what happened here. Again, let's remember all the money that went into this game, and these players get none of it, and now Zion gets hurt. Something has to change at the NCAA. Hopefully there will be more games to play before his freshman season is over. Jay Billis in the analyst seat at Durham for the game tonight. He always has the good seats for the best games. Jay, first off, you played a bunch of games as a player. You watch a bunch of them every year. You ever seen anything like this just in terms of an equipment failure?
No, I've seen a shoe blown out here and there over the course of my years, but I've never seen anything quite like this. When Zion Williamson went down, at first you thought he slipped, and then you looked a little bit closer and said, wait a minute, he blew his shoe out. And he was holding that right knee. And it was just a bizarre happening. And Maria Taylor's right. Like, the anticipation for this game, you were expecting that it was going to be so loud that you wouldn't be able to hear yourself think. And all the air came out of the building. And then North Carolina, when Duke took a knee, just came and punched him and knocked him out early. You got to give North Carolina a lot of credit. The story is going to be Zion Williamson and his knee. But you can't overlook that North Carolina took advantage of it and played very well on the road to tie for first place in the league again.
And Zion will be the story going forward as well as we look at this thing. And Maria Taylor said she peeked at him, and he was doing some straight line running, which is fine, but you got to move laterally, and that could tell a whole different story when they X-ray him, MRI him and stuff. You preach team, but now Coach K is in a very real situation, right? You have to measure this kid's future now and the benefit of the team together, right?
Oh, yeah. No. They're not going to do anything that's going to be detrimental to Zion Williamson, not just for his NBA future, but just right now. They'll handle it right. That's not an issue for me. I don't worry about that for 1 second. But say that he's out for a period of time, misses the Syracuse game, misses the Virginia Tech game. Who knows? He may be back tomorrow. I have no idea. Right. But for argument's sake, say he misses some time. The question is, where's Duke going to get scoring? You know, Cam Reddish had 27 points in this game. R.J. Barrett obviously can score, but who's going to be their third scorer? I mean, you're losing with Zion Williamson out, not only a tremendous presence in blocking shots and rebounding and transition, but a guy who gets you every night 24 points, 9.5 rebounds, couple blocks, couple steals, and shoots 70% from the field. Like, you can't duplicate that with a couple extra guys coming in off the bench and hitting some shots. That is a gigantic loss, and you saw that it was not only a loss in productivity for Duke, but it was an energy loss, and it totally deflated the Duke team, and they were just not able to emotionally recover from that happening so early in the game.
Injury with Zion, obviously, whatever, the very first thing is just to address that. It's a mild knee sprain. The knee is stable. We don't know how long he'll be out. I think we'll find out more about that. So that's that. It's crazy that the two games we've lost here, something's happened in the first part of the game. And the preparation that you would have for the game is obviously based on your players being there. And especially he and RJ, who are the key guys. And so it puts everyone in a state of, trying to figure it out while you're playing an outstanding team. That's not a good situation.
Immediately, I thought it was like y'all remember Like Mike when he broke out his shoe at the end? That's it was like that.
RJ, you guys played without Zion against the second half against Florida State. You know, how much did that help? How much did that experience help you going into the end of the game there when you knew that you were without him? You've had experience with that before.
You know, we never really played. I mean, I guess the second half of Florida State, but we never really played a full game without him. So it was tough. We had to like try to readjust on the fly, and you know, they really got the better of us today.
How much does your team change physically and mentally without Zion on the court?
I mean, for sure, he's a dominant player. So for him to be out, we really have to try to figure out different things, try to see maybe play me at the 4, maybe go bigger. So we'll see.